Imagine a world untouched by human hands, a realm where time itself seems to stand still. Our planet's past is filled with giants beyond imagination, their footsteps echoing across endless plains and primeval forests. Before humans, Earth was ruled by dinosaurs, creatures whose size still astounds us. In this lost world, herds of colossal herbivores thundered through dense jungles, their massive bodies shaking the ground with every step. For over 150 million years they dominated, evolving into the largest land animals ever. From the shadowy swamps to sun-baked deserts, these titans adapted to every corner of the ancient Earth, their lives shaped by the rhythms of a wild and untamed planet. Their world was one of constant change, towering volcanoes, shifting continents, and lush forests teeming with life. Every day was a struggle for survival, a dance between predator and prey beneath ancient skies. Prepare to walk in the shadows of giants, to witness a world lost to time. Let us begin our journey into the age of the Titans, where every stone and bone tells a story millions of years in the making. Our journey begins in the vast arid expanses of Patagonia, Argentina, where the land holds secrets of a time long past. Buried beneath this ancient soil lay the remains of Argentinosaurus huinculensis, the heaviest land animal ever known. Each vertebra, a colossal structure, towered over a grown man, and its femur stretched more than 2 meters, a testament to its immense size. Scientists estimate Argentinosaurus reached up to 35 meters long and weighed as much as 100 tons, like 15 elephants combined. This giant's every step shook the earth, sending tremors through the ground, its long neck sweeping across ancient floodplains in search of the lush foliage that sustained it. Herds of Argentinosaurus moved like living bulldozers, shaping the landscape, clearing forests, and forging new paths. Despite their size, these giants lived in harmony with their environment, their massive bodies a part of the ecosystem. How did it pump blood to its head, towering meters above its heart? How did its legs support such an enormous weight, allowing it to move with grace and power? These mysteries still drive research today as scientists strive to understand the marvels of this prehistoric titan. Argentinosaurus stands as a monument to evolution's power, a benchmark for all other titans. It redefined what was possible for life on Earth, the earthshaker indeed. In the heart of ancient Patagonia, long before humans ever set foot on these lands, a true marvel roamed the earth, Patagotitan majorum. Towering above the treetops, these gentle giants moved in herds, their footsteps echoing across the floodplains and riverbanks. At least 6 of these titans once gathered together, their immense bodies side by side, perhaps seeking safety in numbers or drawn by the promise of fresh water. Their bones, left behind in the mud and silt, would one day tell the story of their lives. Patagotitan stretched an astonishing 37 meters from nose to tail, longer than even the mighty blue whale of today. Weighing as much as 70 tons, each step pressed deep impressions into the soft earth, shaping the landscape with their passage. Their bones were immense, femurs as long as a grown man is tall, each one a pillar supporting a living mountain. These bones, buried for millions of years, would one day reveal the secrets of their strength and size. The presence of so many together hints at a social life. Perhaps they travelled in family groups, gathering at watering holes to drink, feed and protect their young from lurking predators. Over countless years their bodies came to rest in the soft earth, where floods and time gently covered them, preserving their story in stone. This site offers a rare glimpse into the final moments of these gentle giants. Among the titanosaurs, Patagotitan was not alone. Argentinosaurus and others shared these lands, each adapted in their own way. Some longer, some heavier, all part of a diverse and thriving world. Today, the memory of Patagotitan endures, not just in stone, but in the imagination, as we picture these giants roaming the ancient world, shaping the land with every step. Patagotitan stands as a testament to the scale and diversity of ancient life, a true giant among giants, whose legacy is written in the rocks of Patagonia. The Patagonian Titan, a silent ruler of its world, left footprints that echo through time. Their story, preserved in stone, continues to inspire awe, a legacy of the giants that once walked the earth. Meet Dreadnoughtus shrani, the dinosaur that feared nothing. In the ancient wilds of Patagonia, these giants strode through dense forests and open floodplains, their footsteps shaking the earth beneath them. Named after mighty battleships, Dreadnoughtus was a living fortress. Its sheer size and armoured hide made it untouchable, a titan that no predator dared challenge. Even the fiercest carnivores kept their distance, for Dreadnoughtus moved with the confidence of a creature that knew no fear. Its world was one of constant change. Rivers flooded, storms raged, but Dreadnoughtus endured. Weighing nearly 65 tons, its colossal tail was a living battering ram, capable of shattering bone and sending would-be attackers fleeing. With every step it protected its kin, a guardian of the herd. Yet even the fearless can fall to nature's might. In a sudden violent flood, 2 Dreadnoughtus were swept away, their massive forms coming to rest side by side, preserved for eternity beneath layers of silt and sand. Their remains, nearly whole, became a silent testament to their strength and the world they ruled. The bones tell a story of survival, of a life lived without fear. The anatomy of Dreadnoughtus reveals the secrets of giants, how they supported their immense weight, how their hearts pumped life through their towering bodies, and how their muscles powered every thunderous stride. With a single swing, its tail could shatter bone and crush obstacles, a weapon that kept even the boldest threats at bay. Dreadnoughtus stands as a symbol of prehistoric power, an unchallenged ruler of its domain, a creature whose courage was written in every bone. Its story answers old mysteries and sparks new ones, inviting us to imagine the world of the largest land animals ever to walk the earth. The one who feared nothing indeed, standing alone, unafraid, in a world of giants. Through Dreadnoughtus, we glimpse a window into the age of Titans, a time when fear was unknown to the giants who ruled the land. And though their reign has ended, the legend of the fearless ones lives on, their story still unfolding beneath the ancient earth. Now we journey deep into the heart of the Jurassic, a world lush with towering conifers, ferns and cycads, where the air is thick with the calls of ancient life. Here in the vast floodplains of what is now North America, the Morrison Formation sprawls beneath a sky streaked with pterosaurs. Amid this primeval wilderness, the true giants emerge, none more impressive than the long-necked Supersaurus viviani. Supersaurus was not the heaviest of its kin, but it may have been the longest creature ever to walk the earth, stretching up to 42 meters, longer than 4 telephone poles laid end to end. Its immense body moved with slow, deliberate grace, each step sending tremors through the soft Jurassic soil. As a diplodocid, Supersaurus was a marvel of evolutionary engineering. Its neck, impossibly long and flexible, swept in wide arcs just above the ground, allowing it to graze on low-lying vegetation across vast distances without needing to move its massive bulk. Unlike the upright necks of some sauropods, Supersaurus's neck extended horizontally, a living bridge between the ancient trees and the open plains. This horizontal posture was not just for feeding, it was a strategy for survival. By keeping its neck low, Supersaurus conserved precious energy and reduced the strain on its enormous heart, which had to pump blood all the way to its distant head. When it rested, the giant's body settled into the earth, its breathing slow and steady, its tail coiled like a living whip. That tail, thin and whip-like, was more than just a counterbalance. With a sudden flick, it could crack through the air like a bullwhip, a thunderous warning to any predator daring enough to approach. The sound alone could send smaller theropods scattering, while the sheer size of Supersaurus made it nearly untouchable by all but the boldest carnivores. In the shadow of Supersaurus, smaller dinosaurs, herbivores and predators alike, moved with caution. Its extreme length gave it a unique advantage, allowing it to reach food sources others could not, and to defend itself with a tail that could strike from afar. In a world crowded with giants, Supersaurus stood out as a specialist, perfectly adapted to its environment. The Jurassic landscape was a tapestry of life, herds of Stegosaurus browsing among cycads, Allosaurus stalking through the undergrowth, and other sauropods like Brachiosaurus and Diplodocus sharing the plains. Yet Supersaurus's silhouette, with its endless neck and tail, was unmistakable, a different kind of giant, thriving alongside its colossal relatives. The story of Supersaurus is one of evolutionary innovation. Some giants evolved bulk, others length. Supersaurus chose length, becoming a master of reach and efficiency. Its life was a daily rhythm of feeding, resting, and moving across the ancient prairies, its every movement a testament to the power of adaptation. As the sun set over the Jurassic world, the silhouette of Supersaurus stretched across the horizon, a living bridge between earth and sky. Its legacy endures not just in bones, but in the story of how life found so many ways to become truly gigantic. Supersaurus, the Jurassic longneck, was a specialist among specialists, perfectly suited to its world and a wonder of prehistoric times. In the lush, sun-dappled forests of the Jurassic, not all sauropods were created equal. Among the giants, one stood out, Brachiosaurus, the so-called arm lizard, whose very shape rewrote the rules of survival. With its front legs longer than its hind legs, Brachiosaurus's body sloped upward, elevating its head to dizzying heights, up to 13 meters, the equivalent of a 4-story building. In a world of giants, it was a skyscraper. This towering stature was no accident. While other dinosaurs jostled for food at ground level, Brachiosaurus reached for the untouched bounty above, stretching its long neck into the emerald canopy. There it feasted on the freshest leaves, basking in sunlight that filtered through ancient ferns and conifers. Its mouth, lined with chisel-shaped teeth, was perfectly designed for stripping foliage from the highest branches. Each bite was a gentle harvest, pruning the treetops and shaping the very forest it called home. Once believed to tip the scales at a staggering 80 tons, modern science now places Brachiosaurus at a still impressive 30 to 50 tons. Imagine the ground trembling as these gentle giants strode across ancient floodplains, their massive forms casting long shadows in the morning light. Early paleontologists pictured Brachiosaurus as a swamp dweller, its bulk supported by water. But the truth is even more remarkable. Its skeleton was a masterpiece of engineering, strong enough to support its weight entirely on land. It roamed forests and open plains, a true terrestrial titan. Its high-placed nostrils, once thought to be snorkels for an aquatic life, were actually adaptations for breathing easily, while its head was buried in the treetops, high above the forest floor. Despite its size, Brachiosaurus moved with a calm dignity. Adults, towering and formidable, were rarely threatened by predators. Their sheer presence was enough to deter even the boldest hunters of the Jurassic. Picture a herd of these giants, their heads swaying gently above the treetops as they moved together through the misty forests. The ground would rumble with each step, the air filled with the soft rustle of leaves and the distant calls of other dinosaurs. The remains of Brachiosaurus, scattered across ancient riverbeds and floodplains, tell a story of a world where giants shaped the land. Each fossil is a window into a time when the high browsers ruled the heights, Unlike its long, low cousins, Brachiosaurus was not just long or heavy, but truly tall, an evolutionary marvel perfectly adapted to a life above the crowd. In its world, Brachiosaurus filled a unique role, browsing where no other could reach, shaping the forest from above and leaving the lower branches for others. The high browser, majestic, serene and utterly unique, a true icon of prehistory, forever towering over the ancient world. Not all giants of the ancient world were gentle plant-eaters. Some, like Spinosaurus aegyptiacus, were true terrors of the waterways. In the lush, tangled river systems of what is now North Africa, this river monster reigned supreme, stalking the banks and shallows with a presence both awe-inspiring and fearsome. With its towering sail of skin supported by elongated spines, Spinosaurus cut a striking silhouette against the dawn mist. The sail may have shimmered with colour, catching the light as the beast moved silently through the reeds, a living mystery that puzzled even its fellow dinosaurs. Recent discoveries have revealed that Spinosaurus was not just a land predator, but a master of the water. Its dense bones acted as ballast, allowing it to slip beneath the surface, while its paddle-like feet and powerful finned tail propelled it through the currents with ease. Beneath the water, it became a shadow, gliding silently, in search of prey. At lengths reaching up to 15 meters, Spinosaurus dwarfed even the mighty T-Rex. It hunted with the patience of a crocodile, lurking in the shallows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike at unsuspecting fish or any creature that dared approach the water's edge. Its long, narrow snout was lined with conical teeth, perfect for gripping slippery fish. With a sudden snap, Spinosaurus could seize a wriggling lungfish or a massive coelacanth, its jaws closing with deadly precision. But its diet was not limited to fish. If opportunity arose, it would lunge at smaller dinosaurs or even pterosaurs that ventured too close to the water. In these ancient swamps and rivers, Spinosaurus was the undisputed apex predator. Other dinosaurs kept their distance, wary of the silent hunter that could appear from the depths at any moment. Its domain stretched from the tangled mangroves to the open floodplains wherever water flowed. The story of Spinosaurus nearly vanished with time, as its original fossils were lost to war. Yet the sands of Morocco yielded new bones, and with them the legend of the river monster was reborn, its tale pieced together from fragments buried for millions of years. Spinosaurus challenges everything we thought we knew about dinosaurs. Here was a predator that defied the rules, thriving in water as much as on land, and facing down any rival that dared to enter its territory. It was a creature of two worlds, moving effortlessly from river to shore. With one foot in the water and one on land, Spinosaurus was a living experiment in evolution, blending the strengths of both environments. The purpose of its sail remains a mystery. Perhaps it was a display to attract mates or intimidate rivals, or maybe it helped regulate body temperature beneath the scorching sun. Whatever its function, the sail added to the creature's mystique. Spinosaurus proved that dinosaur dominance was not limited to the land. In the rivers and lakes, it was king, gliding through the water with unmatched power and grace, sometimes even in groups, their sails slicing through the surface like ancient ships. The river monster was a true terror of prehistory, its roar echoing across the wetlands, sending flocks of pterosaurs scattering into the sky as it lunged at its next meal. Through droughts and floods, Spinosaurus endured, adapting to every challenge. Its story is one of survival, a testament to the power of evolution in a world of giants. The river monster reminds us that prehistoric giants came in many forms, each uniquely adapted, each with a story written in the ancient mud and water. Deep in the heart of prehistoric South America, a shadow moves through the dawn mist. This is Giganotosaurus carolini, the giant southern lizard, a true monarch of its ancient world. Discovered in 1993, Giganotosaurus rivaled the legendary T-Rex in size, stretching over 13 meters from snout to tail, with a skull longer than a grown man is tall. Unlike the bone-crushing jaws of T-Rex, Giganotosaurus wielded rows of sharp, blade-like teeth, perfect for slicing deep wounds into the flesh of its prey, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. In the heat of the hunt, Giganotosaurus was a force of nature. It likely targeted the colossal titanosaurs, using bursts of speed and the power of teamwork to bring down prey that dwarfed most other dinosaurs. Fossil evidence hints at pack behavior. These giants may have coordinated their attacks surrounding the young or weak, their roars echoing through the ancient forests as they closed in for the kill. Giganotosaurus belonged to the Carcharodontosaurids, a family of predators that ruled the southern continents, evolving alongside their own unique prey, far from the northern tyrannosaurs. This is a story of parallel evolution. On distant continents, different lineages rose to fill the role of apex predator, each adapting to their own world's challenges and opportunities. While T-Rex may rule our imaginations, Giganotosaurus reminds us that the world of giant predators was far more diverse and dynamic than we ever dreamed. Giganotosaurus was a specialist. Its body built for speed, its senses honed for tracking, its every movement a testament to its mastery of the Cretaceous wilds. For any creature in its path, the giant southern lizard was a living nightmare, unstoppable, relentless, and utterly dominant. Its story, told through the bones left behind, expands our understanding of dinosaur diversity and the many strategies predators used to survive. Giganotosaurus was a true titan. Its reign written in the rocks, its legend echoing through time. Its legacy endures, preserved in the fossil record, a silent testament to the might of the giant southern lizard. In the hush of ancient dawns, the earth trembled beneath the weight of titans. Sauropods, with necks like living bridges, wandered riverbanks where the mist curled around their massive forms. Herds of armoured giants moved silently through fern-laden forests, their footsteps leaving impressions that would last for eons. Apex predators with eyes sharp as obsidian stalked the shadows, T-Rex thundering across floodplains, Spinosaurus slicing through river currents, and packs of swift-footed hunters weaving between ancient trees. In this world of giants, every day was a battle for survival, a dance of power and grace. These dinosaurs were not just large, they were marvels of evolution, each sculpted by time to master their domain. Stegosaurus fanned its plates in the morning sun, while Parasaurolophus called across misty valleys, their voices echoing through the ages. Their reign was an era of grandeur, where herds of Brachiosaurus moved like living mountains at sunset, and ceratopsians clashed in thunderous displays of strength. They pushed the limits of biology, Argentinosaurus shaking the ground with every step, Diplodocus sweeping its tail like a living whip, and giants stretching to the highest treetops for a taste of green. Though their bones now rest in stone, their legacy lives on. In every bird that soars above, in every fossil unearthed, we find echoes of their world, reminders that life's potential is boundless. From the first crack of a hatching egg to the flight of ancient birds over primeval landscapes, these echoes remind us of the wonders that once were. The land still whispers their secrets, footprints revealed by rain, bones uncovered by shifting winds, each discovery a new verse in the story of giants. Somewhere, hidden in stone and shadow, new giants await, mysteries yet to be revealed, stories waiting to be told. If these echoes stir your imagination, let them guide you deeper into the lost worlds of prehistory. The next great discovery is out there, waiting in the silence of ages past, where the giants still roam in memory and their echoes never fade. From the earliest dawn of the dinosaurs, a quiet revolution was unfolding. one that would shape the very fabric of prehistoric life. Herbivorous dinosaurs, the plant-eaters, evolved in remarkable and unexpected ways to meet the ever-changing challenges of their world. In the shadowy forests of the Triassic, the first small, nimble herbivores appeared. These early pioneers, like Platyosaurus, browsed low-lying ferns and cycads, their simple leaf-shaped teeth adapted for a diet of tough greenery. As the ages turned, the landscape transformed. Lush forests gave way to sprawling plains, and with them new opportunities for the plant-eaters of the Mesozoic. Some, like the mighty sauropods, took to the treetops. Their necks stretched longer with each generation, allowing them to reach untapped canopies and feast on leaves no other animal could touch. Others, such as the armoured ankylosaurs and stegosaurs, developed heavy defences, spiked tails, bony plates and thick hides to fend off the ever-watchful predators lurking nearby. Ceratopsians, with their ornate frills and fearsome horns, became masters of the open plains. Their beaks sliced through tough vegetation, while their herds moved in unison, churning the earth beneath their feet. Hadrosaurs, the duck-billed dinosaurs, evolved batteries of hundreds of teeth, perfect for grinding the fibrous plants that filled Cretaceous wetlands. Survival demanded innovation. Some herbivores, like the iguanodonts, developed powerful thumbs for cracking seeds and stripping bark. Others, like the swift hypsilophodonts, relied on speed and agility to dart through undergrowth, snatching tender shoots and evading danger. Over millions of years, these plant-eaters drove evolutionary change, not just in their own kind but across entire ecosystems. Their grazing shaped the land. Their migrations spread seeds, and their presence fueled the rise of new predators, scavengers, and even the flowering plants themselves. In the grand story of the dinosaurs, the herbivores were more than prey. They were pioneers, builders, and shapers of their world. Their legacy lives on in every field grazed by cattle, every forest browsed by deer, and every bird pecking at seeds. The kingdom of the plant-eaters was vast, diverse, and endlessly inventive, a testament to life's unstoppable drive to grow, adapt, and thrive. As we trace their footprints through time, we see not just giants, but the green heart of a lost world, forever rooted in the past and always reaching for the sky. In the relentless arms race of the Mesozoic, survival often meant more than just speed or size. It meant armour. Across prehistoric landscapes, a new breed of dinosaur emerged, the armoured giants. These were the living fortresses of their time, clad in bony shields and bristling with spikes, transforming the plant-eaters' struggle into a game of defence as much as escape. The story begins over 170 million years ago with the earliest stegosaurs. In the lush Jurassic forests, creatures like Stegosaurus and Kentrosaurus marched on 4 sturdy legs, their backs lined with towering plates and tails tipped with lethal spikes. But these were more than just weapons. Their plates may have helped regulate body temperature or even acted as visual signals to friends and foes alike. As predators grew larger and more cunning, these early armoured dinosaurs evolved ever more elaborate defences. The evolution of armour reached its zenith in the Cretaceous with the ankylosaurs, the tanks of the dinosaur world. Ankylosaurus, Euoplocephalus, and their kin were built low to the ground, their bodies encased in thick, interlocking osteoderms, bony plates fused into the skin. Some species, like Ankylosaurus, wielded a tail club so massive it could shatter the bones of any predator daring enough to attack from behind. But armour came in many forms. Nodosaurids, relatives of the ankylosaurs, traded tail clubs for rows of sharp spikes and heavy shoulder armour. Their bodies became moving barricades, nearly impervious to attack from above or behind. In the southern continents, species like Minmi and Antarctopelta adapted their armour to their unique environments, blending into the undergrowth or bracing against the cold of polar forests. These armoured herbivores weren't just passive targets. When threatened, they formed living walls, presenting their most dangerous features to predators. Their tough hides and devastating tails forced even the fiercest carnivores to reconsider an attack. In this way, armoured dinosaurs shaped the hunting strategies of their enemies, driving the evolution of smarter, more agile predators. The rise of armour also influenced the world around them. As armoured dinosaurs browsed, their heavy bodies trampled vegetation, opening new pathways and creating microhabitats for smaller animals. Their migrations carried seeds across continents, ensuring the spread of ancient forests and plains. Today, the legacy of the armoured titans echoes in the natural armour of turtles, armadillos, and even crocodiles. Though the armoured dinosaurs are gone, their story remains, a testament to the power of defence, adaptation, and the endless creativity of evolution. In the age of giants, it was not always the swiftest or the fiercest who survived, but sometimes those who could simply endure. The armoured dinosaurs remind us that in the ancient world, as in our own, sometimes the best offence was an unbreakable defence. As the armoured titans fortified their defences, a new breed of hunter emerged to challenge them, the apex predators of the Cretaceous. In this ancient world where survival meant constant adaptation, these carnivores were the ultimate test for any creature daring to roam the open plains or dense forests. The most iconic of these hunters was Tyrannosaurus rex. Towering over the landscape, T-Rex was the undisputed king of its domain. With jaws capable of crushing bone and teeth serrated like steak knives, it could bring down even the most formidable prey. But raw power wasn't its only weapon. Keen senses of smell and vision made T-Rex a master tracker, able to detect the faintest scent of blood from miles away. Yet the reign of apex predators stretched across continents. In South America, Giganotosaurus prowled the ancient woodlands, rivaling T-Rex in size but boasting a lighter, faster build. Its jaws were designed for slicing flesh, and it likely hunted in packs, overwhelming even the largest herbivores with coordinated attacks. Meanwhile, in the distant lands that would become Africa, Spinosaurus ruled the riverbanks. With a crocodile-like snout and massive sail, Spinosaurus was a semi-aquatic terror, equally at home on land and in water. Its diet included giant fish, turtles, and even smaller dinosaurs, making it a versatile and unpredictable predator. Each of these apex hunters evolved unique strategies. Some, like the agile dromaeosaurids, famous for their sickle-shaped toe claws, relied on speed, intelligence, and pack tactics to outsmart their prey. Others, such as the massive Carcharodontosaurus, used brute strength and jaw power to dominate their territories. But life as a Cretaceous predator was never easy. Prey species grew larger and more defensive, and competition with rival carnivores was fierce. Battles for territory could be brutal, with scars and broken bones a common testament to these prehistoric struggles. Despite the dangers, apex predators were vital to the balance of their ecosystems. By keeping herbivore populations in check, they prevented overgrazing and helped maintain the health of ancient forests and plains. Each hunt, each chase and each kill was an integral part of the ancient cycle of life and death. Today, the fossilized remains of these mighty hunters, skulls, teeth and claw marks etched in bone, tell the story of an age when predators ruled supreme. The legacy of the Cretaceous apex predators lives on in the great cats, wolves and crocodiles of our modern world. But none have matched the sheer scale or ferocity of those ancient lords. In the closing days of the dinosaurs, it was the apex predators who stood at the top of the food chain, silent, powerful, and forever etched into the history of life on Earth. Across the ancient supercontinents, a silent procession unfolded every year, one that shaped the very fabric of the Mesozoic world. This was the great migration of the giant sauropods. Towering above the landscape, these colossal herbivores, creatures like Argentinosaurus, Apatosaurus and Diplodocus, embarked on epic journeys in search of food, water and safety. Driven by primal instincts, sauropod herds travelled vast distances across floodplains, forests and semi-arid deserts. Their migration routes were determined by the changing seasons, the ebb and flow of ancient rivers, and the relentless cycle of drought and rain. As the dry season gripped the land, herds would gather at dwindling waterholes, their thunderous footsteps shaking the earth as they moved in unison toward greener pastures. But migration was not without its perils. Predators lurked at the edges of the herd, waiting for the weak or young to stray from the safety of numbers. The youngest sauropods, no larger than a horse at birth, clung to the centre of the group, protected by the sheer size and vigilance of their elders. When crossing rivers, the herd's massive bodies churned up mud and silt, transforming the water into a swirling maelstrom. Some individuals faltered, but the drive to survive pushed the herd ever forward. The impact of these migrations echoed far beyond the sauropods themselves. As they journeyed, these gentle giants reshaped the landscape, trampling forests, spreading seeds and fertilizing the earth with their dung. Their movements created pathways that other species followed, from nimble ornithopods to the opportunistic predators trailing behind. The cycle of migration ensured that no single area was overgrazed, allowing the lush Mesozoic vegetation to recover and thrive year after year. Fossilized trackways stretching for miles across ancient mudflats offer a silent record of these epic treks. Some show hundreds of footprints side by side, evidence of massive coordinated herds moving as one. Scientists believe these complex social behaviours were key to the sauropod's survival in a world of ever-changing challenges. Though the age of the sauropods has passed, their legacy endures. The great migrations of elephants, wildebeest and caribou today echo the footsteps of these prehistoric giants. In the grand tapestry of life on Earth, the story of the sauropod migration stands as a testament to the power of movement, adaptation, and the enduring spirit of survival. Fade out. As the age of giants reached its zenith, an unimaginable catastrophe loomed on the horizon. 66 million years ago, the world changed in a single cataclysmic moment, a moment that would spell the end for the mighty dinosaurs and reshape life on Earth forever. It began with a blinding flash in the sky. A colossal asteroid, 6 miles wide, hurtled toward Earth at unimaginable speed. When it struck the Yucatan Peninsula, the impact unleashed energy greater than 1 billion atomic bombs. The shockwave flattened forests for hundreds of miles. Wildfires ignited across continents, sending thick plumes of ash and soot spiralling into the atmosphere. The aftermath was apocalyptic. Day turned to night as sunlight was blocked out by a choking shroud of dust. Temperatures plunged, plunging the planet into a prolonged frigid darkness. Plants withered, unable to photosynthesize. Herbivorous dinosaurs, the great sauropods, horned ceratopsians and armored ankylosaurs, found themselves with nothing to eat. Starvation spread through the ranks of the once mighty giants. Carnivorous predators fared no better. With their prey dwindling, even the fearsome Tyrannosaurus rex and agile raptors faced extinction. The delicate balance of the Mesozoic ecosystem unravelled in a matter of months. Across the globe, the echoes of disaster were everywhere. Volcanic eruptions, already simmering in places like the Deccan Traps, poured toxic gases into the air, compounding the devastation. Acid rain fell, poisoning lakes and rivers. The oceans, too, were not spared. Plunged into darkness, marine reptiles and ammonites also vanished in the mass extinction. The mighty dinosaurs, rulers of the Earth for over 160 million years, were gone. Only a few small bird-like dinosaurs, ancestors of today's birds, managed to survive the extinction event, finding refuge in isolated pockets of the devastated world. Yet, even in the wake of destruction, life proved resilient. As the dust settled and sunlight returned, new forms of life began to emerge from the ashes. Mammals, once small and timid, seized the opportunity to flourish. The world was forever changed, but the story of the dinosaurs lives on, in fossils, in the birds that fill our skies, and in the imagination of all who marvel at their ancient reign fade out. As the echoes of extinction faded, the world entered a new era. But the legacy of the dinosaurs did not vanish with their bones. It endures, woven into the very fabric of modern ecosystems. Across vast forests, the calls of birds pierce the dawn. Every flutter of wings, every melodic song carries the DNA of ancient survivors. Today's birds, robins, eagles, ostriches and hummingbirds, are living descendants of the small feathered dinosaurs who weathered the cataclysm. Their beaks, talons and hollow bones whisper stories of their theropod ancestors, adapting in countless ways to fill every niche left behind by the vanished giants. In the gentle sway of ferns and cycads, the green kingdom that once nourished the sauropods still thrives. These ancient plants, unchanged for millions of years, remain a vital part of the food chain, sheltering insects and small reptiles, echoes of the lush landscapes dinosaurs once roamed. Beneath tranquil waters, the snapping turtles and crocodiles glide with the same armoured grace as their Mesozoic forebears. Their lineage stretches back to the time of Titans, surviving the extinction that claimed so many others. Their patience and resilience are a living testament to the enduring strategies of survival honed over eons. Even the mighty mammals, now rulers of land and sea, owe a debt to the dinosaurs. In the absence of the ancient giants, mammals diversified, evolving into the elephants, whales and bison that shape our world today. The rise of flowering plants, once grazed by hadrosaurs and ceratopsians, now feeds herds of grazers and pollinators, continuing a cycle that began in the shadow of dinosaurs. Every ecosystem on Earth carries traces of the Mesozoic past. From the flight of a songbird to the stealth of a crocodile, the legacy of the dinosaurs is alive in every heartbeat, every leaf, every ripple on a pond. The world we know is built on the bones of giants. Though the dinosaurs themselves are gone, their spirit endures, an unbroken thread connecting the ancient world to the vibrant tapestry of life that flourishes today. Fade out.